Hello, Laurent. What's the matter? What are you doing in that strange get-up?
Camille's dead.
What?
Camille's dead. Drowned.
My dear boy, come in, come in. Dead, is he?
Drowned.
Come in. Here's Laurent. He wants to tell you,
What?
Camille's dead.
Oh.
Drowned.
How drowned?
It was an accident. The boat upset. He couldn't swim. I was busy saving Thérèse. He'd gone under and I couldn't find it.
Oh, how terrible for you. And for Madame Raquin.
Oh, I wonder, could you...
could I what? Anything, dear boy, anything.
Could you break the news to Madame Raquin?
Oh.
I haven't the courage to.
Yes. Well, if you go into a home like that, you'll know there's something wrong straight away. If Camille's not with you, she'll know it's to do with him. Oh, good idea. Leave it to us to break the news to her. We'll bring it into the conversation.
Poor Madame Raquin.
Poor Camille. I mean, he goes out for a day's pleasure and he ends up dead. Come along, Olivier. And you, Suzanne. Laurent, you'll come with us.
Well, only as far as the door.
No, we'll break it to her. Leave that to us.
Thank you.
Camille was standing up in the boat.
He was standing up. I think he wanted to prove that he wasn't afraid of the water. He danced about a bit, rocking the boat. I told him to sit down, but he wouldn't.
Always the same Camille.
And suddenly he fell in. Well, that rocked the boat even more, so...
Oh, these boat accidents. It was the same at Vernon. We had exactly the same accident, happened 100 times. Sometimes fatally, sometimes not. And Thérèse is still at the river.
Yes.
Helping the police with their inquiries.
I suppose so. But if you could come back there with me...
Afterwards. We have a sad duty to perform first.
I'll stay here. Just in case she sees me.
We'll be as quick as we can.
Michaud, how nice to see you. What brings you here?
Good evening, dear madame. May we come in?
And Olivier and Suzanne, too. Oh, yes, do come in. How are you all?
As well as can be expected, you know.
Well, do come in. I'm all alone in the house. The young ones have gone to the river.
Hey.
Did anyone see Camille dancing about in the boat? I mean, anyone except you and Thérèse?
What? I didn't quite...
Did anyone see Camille dancing about in the boat?
I don't think so.
Pity.
Oh? Why?
Always a pity if you don't have witnesses to what happened.
Ah.
Still, there may have been.
Yes, there may have been.
On the bank or somewhere.
Yes.
Was there a policeman trying to find witnesses when you came away?
I think so.
I imagine there would have been.
Yes, that's what I meant. There would have been.
Good.
You've been very kind, but we can't leave her here. Let's get her back to Paris.
I think that would be the best thing.
In case it's something serious, let's get her home. I'll tell her. Thérèse, we're going to take you home. It's the best place for you. You can sleep in your own bed. See your own doctor if you need to. Now, we've got a cab outside that'll take us there, so we'll wait for you and you get dressed. And we'll find something warm for you to wrap yourself in, and off we'll go. All right? Good. Thank you. Thank you, madame.
They found them.
She's coming back with us.
Good. They found them. 2 or 3 witnesses, in fact.
Really?
Yeah, some of the boat crew that rescued them saw it happen.
Oh? I wouldn't have thought they were near enough.
No, they described it in detail. It was just like you said. Camille dancing about, jumping up and down. You understand, I believed your story when you told us, but I've been trained in police methods. It's nice to have several people confirm a story. Absolutely. In detail. It's so much more satisfactory from every point of view, you understand?
Oh, yes, yes, of course.
According to their story, you were quite a hero.
Really?
Diving in and trying to find Camille.
Did I?
Several times, apparently, until they managed to stop you.
I suppose I was half mad with grief.
Well, they've told their story to the police, and to a reporter from a Paris paper, and to everyone who's willing to listen. So I'd say you were going to be a celebrity from tomorrow morning on.
You ready then? Right, let's be on our way.
Good day, madame. May I have your permission to come in for a moment?
Yes, for a moment.
May I inquire after the health of your dear mother-in-law?
She has had a great shock. She is keeping to her bed.
Please give her my best wishes for a speedy recovery.
Yes, I shall.
And your own health?
Feeling much better, thank you.
I'm very glad to hear it. Be strong. We've a long wait ahead of us, remember?
Yes, I remember.
Good day, madame.
Good day, monsieur.
Oh, by the way, Olivier tells me that the death is not official. Can't be formally established until the body has been found and has been identified by someone who knows him. So
What?
I intend to call at the morgue every morning on my way to the office to see if he's been found yet. Good day, madame. needed that. I'm starting to dream about them.
Why do you go on doing it?
I have to.
But why?
I promised to. I've got to keep my promise.
He's dead, isn't he? No one doubts
Yeah,
that.
well, he's got to be proved to be dead, or it's no good.
What's no good? I don't understand.
Well, until he's officially dead, she can't be officially a widow.
Oh.
And draw a pension or anything like that. Well, to do that, he's got to be proved to be dead.
Laurent.
Dear Madame.
Oh, my poor Camille, my poor boy. Why did he have to die?
There.
And you tried to save him. You dived in again and again.
I did what I could. He was my friend.
You were a hero, a real hero. You saved Thérèse. You would have saved Camille if you could, but you couldn't.
No, I couldn't.
Come along upstairs, Mother, and I'll make you a cup of tea. Come along.
Sit down, Laurent, in your usual place. Dear Laurent, you've been a good friend. A second son, that's what you've been. My only son, now that Camille's gone.
Don't distress yourself, dear Madame.
Now, who can that be?
No, I'll go.
No, but...
No, I'll do it.
You here already? Good. How is she?
She's aged a good deal.
Oh, I told you so. Well, we must make her young again.
Indeed we must, like us, eh?
Olivier and Suzanne are just coming along.
I'll wait for them, man.
We'll go up.
Here we are.
Shall I empty them out then?
Yes.
Make a noise.
The best noise in the world, if you ask me.
Dear Madame, you'll make yourself ill if you go on like that. You really mustn't take things so hard.
We all have to die sooner or later.
All your tears won't bring him back.
Please don't cry, Madame. You'll make us cry, too.
You must make an effort, Madame. We've come round here especially to cheer you up. Smile. Forget what's happened. What's past is past. Let's be cheerful while we can. Now, I think we should have a little flutter on the dominoes.
Eh?
I think we should play for 2 sous a game. Eh? What do you say, Madame?
Yes.
Leave me out of the first game, please. I'll make the tea.
Right, 2 sous a game it is. Let play commence, and then we'll have tea.
Hello, Laurent.
Good day, Thérèse.
Did you want to see Mother? She's upstairs in her room resting.
It was only to see if there was anything I could do for her. Any odd jobs around the place, errands I could run.
It's very nice of you, but I really think there's nothing needs doing.
It's just that there are some things a man can do.
Since you've removed the man of the house.
Removed?
Well, got rid of him. You don't deny it, do you?
No.
You can't.
And you know why I did it?
Yes.
To become the man of the house myself.
Yes. Do you ever have nightmares about Camille?
No. Do you?
I feel so happy and contented to lie in that bed without him beside me that I sleep like a top, I suppose. Or whatever sleeps better than a top.
I see the faces of the people in the morgue a good deal in my dreams. But not Camille, never.
Really, I've got rid of him.
Yes.
Turned him out of our lives finally and forever.
Yes. I hope so. It exhausted me.
Me too. And now all I want to do is to live calmly and peacefully.
Happily.
Happily, I don't care about. Just so long as it is peaceful.
It will be, provided nobody finds out.
They won't, how can they?
And the only way that anyone can know the truth is from us.
It's safe with us.
Provided we're careful.
We will be.
Thérèse, I'm getting up now.
Would you like me to come upstairs and help you, Mother?
No, thank you, dear. I can manage quite well by myself. Most of it, anyway. Is that you, Laurent?
Yes!
Oh, and what are you doing here, my dear?
I wondered if there was anything needed fetching or carrying.
Oh, what a thoughtful boy you are. Isn't he kind, Thérèse?
Oh, very kind. So I've been telling him.
Ooh. This is better than your last place.
Yeah, well, I'm exhibiting at the salon now, you know.
You don't say?
In the papers. I'm famous.
Who's she?
Model of mine. Good girl. Always comes early in case there's anything else I want. Right then, Marie. Same as yesterday. Move your arm back a bit. And your right foot. That's it, fine.
She's very handsome.
Yes, isn't she? Found her myself. She's never been a model before.
Really?
Absolutely new to the trade. You like to have her?
What?
Well, I thought it might get you out of this foul mood you've been in. She won't cost much. And she's as clean as a whistle, I can guarantee that.
No.
That's a fair offer.
Yes, I'm sure it is. I'm grateful for it. You're a friend. But
But what?
nothing. Just but.
That's it. I've won.
Oh, well done.
Well, I expect at least a round of applause. Anyway, I expect 2 sous from each of you, if you please.
I don't think we should pay him. He cheated.
What evidence do you say that? You see me cheat?
No, but,
Well, then.
Look, Michaud, it is not possible that you should win. Well, not without cheating. Don't you agree with me, Olivier?
Regretfully, I am forced to admit that my
There
father...
are-
Olivier, show more respect for your father. If not for your father, then for a retired inspector of police.
Police, eh? A man who cheats at dominoes is worse than a man who murders his best friend.
Oh, that's a bit strong, isn't it?
Nothing is too strong for a dominoes cheat.
For me and Mother.
Ah, yes. Thank you, my dear.
Oh, did you pay him for me, Thérèse?
Yes, Mama.
Oh, thank you, Thérèse. I'll pay you back, I shan't forget.
Don't worry.
No, one must always pay one's debts. Isn't that so, Michaud?
It is indeed, madame. And if you'll care to incur some new debts, I shall be honored and delighted.
Well, thank you, but I am beginning to feel rather tired.
And we shall leave you, dear madame.
With our thanks for yet another wonderful evening.
A most enjoyable evening.
And with our hopes that next week the winner will be a more reputable character.
Be that as it may, we look forward to seeing you next Thursday. Good night, madame.
Good night, Michaud. Thérèse, you'll see them down the stairs.
Yes, Mama.
Before you go, Laurent, if you'd help me to my room.
Of course, gladly.
Would you like me to?
No, thank you, Suzanne. I can manage quite well by myself once I'm in my room.
Good night.
Good night, dear. Good night, everybody.
And how are you these days, Thérèse?
Oh, very happy.
Happy, but
Oh, no. I don't mean happy, of course, but calm. Very relaxed.
you got over it. He's dead.
Yes, I've got over it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
There you are. Now, is there anything else I can get you?
No, that's all. I'm all right now I'm here. Thank you so much, Laurent.
Not at all.
I'm afraid I'm just a tiresome old woman these days.
Nothing of the sort. You're not to talk like that.
Ever since Camille died, I can't move about like I used to.
We love you just the same.
And I love you, Laurent. Almost as if you were my own son. Good night, Laurent.
Good night, madame.
Oh, shut the door. I can see quite well enough by the light of a candle, and I shall go to sleep straight away.
Good night. One more to see out. In a moment.
Has she gone to bed?
Yes.
Good.
And she'll go to sleep straight away. And she can't move from her bedroom without someone to help her.
Well?
Let me come to your room.
She might hear you on the stairs.
Not if I come up the back stairs from the alley the way I used to come.
No, we must be careful. You said so yourself.
I want you.
We must be careful. For your own sake, we must wait.
We've waited long enough. I'm tired of waiting. I want you.
Wait till we're married. Then you can have me.
Good night, madame.
Good night, monsieur.
A large glass of red wine and quick. Say it again.
I'm here. Come to bed.
Laurent.
Oh, good evening, madame.
How are you?
I didn't sleep very well last night, and I've been falling asleep all day at the office.
Oh, you poor thing. I wonder if it's the weather. Thérèse didn't sleep well either. She was tossing and turning all night long, and she had dreadful nightmares, apparently.
Did she?
She hardly had enough strength to bring me down here after lunch. And she went straight back up again for a rest, and I haven't heard a sound from her since.
Really?
You go up and see what she's doing now, there's a dear. She can't rest all day or she won't sleep at night. And it's nearly time she was starting to cook the supper.
Yes. I'll go up and see how she is.
Yes, you tell her that too much rest isn't good for her. She'll do much better to move about a bit, get herself tired.
Thérèse?
Was that Laurent?
Yes.
You sound strange.
I feel strange.
Why? What's the matter?
Last night, I saw... No. I can't tell you.
Laurent, come in here.
No.
Come in my bedroom. I'm here. Did you dream about Camille last night?
Yes.
Was he in my bed?
Yes.
Did he grin and stretch out his hand? And mine too. What are we going to do?
If we were married and slept in the same bed, it wouldn't be able to happen, would it?
No.
I'll ask her to let me marry you straight away. Why not?
Because it'd tell them the reason you murdered him.
It's perfectly possible to fall in love with a widow without having murdered the
But
husband.
if you go out in a boat with him and come back and say he's drowned and then marry her... No. You mustn't do anything at all to arouse their suspicions. You mustn't touch me. Ever. And you mustn't look at me like that. And you mustn't speak a single word of love to me, even when you know there's nobody listening.
I suppose you're right.
You know I'm right.
Yes. No looking. No touching. We must be hypocrites, perfect hypocrites.
So, we don't propose marriage to them. We get them to propose marriage to us.
What now? Shall I propose, greatly daring, that we increase the stake to 3 sous?
You want to lose even more money?
I want to win back what I've lost a bit faster.
What do you say, madame? Shall we let him ruin himself?
Just as you like. It's all the same to me.
3 sous, then. Anybody not in agreement?
I'll sit this one out, if you don't mind.
I'm not willing to risk 3 sous.
But you're the richest of us all now that you have your promotion.
No, it wasn't a promotion.
Well, it was certainly a rise, and I happen to know how much. Your chief clerk is a friend of mine.
All right. I can afford 3 sous. Heaven knows I don't want to break up a pleasant evening. It's just that I don't care to gamble so high. It's against my principles.
Ah, a man of principle. We must respect that.
What's the matter, Thérèse?
Will you forgive me if I go upstairs and rest from...
But what is it? Is it your stomach?
No, it's not really my stomach.
Well, whereabouts is it?
Under my heart.
Thérèse. You ought to lie down then for at least an hour.
Yes.
Until you feel all right again.
Yes, I will. Don't worry.
And this time, Olivier, I am positive your father cheated.
All the same, he didn't win.
Oh, no, he didn't win, but he might have.
Does anybody cheat for the sake of 2 sous?
2 sous each. That is 12 sous in all. Worth having.
Men have committed murders for less. Where is father that we may formally accuse him?
Michaud,
What is it, madame?
Michaud, I'm worried about Thérèse.
Ah,
She's not at all well.
no, I noticed that.
And you may think me a selfish old woman, but she's all I have in the world. She's so silent and sorrowful. It's as if she's fading away. I don't know what's the matter with her. But if I should lose her, I don't know what I'd do.
Yes, I've seen the way Thérèse is looking, all mournful and discontented, and I'll tell you why it is.
Yes, tell me, is it something we can cure?
In my opinion, Thérèse is weary of being alone. At night, in her room. She needs a husband, that's all.
But Camille is...
Your Camille was a good husband to her, but he's been dead quite a long time now. I know she's still wearing mourning for him, but only a little bit longer. And because Camille was a good husband, she's got in the habit of having a good husband. She needs another one now.
You really think so?
Thérèse is ill for lack of a man. Marry her off as quickly as possible, and you'll see the roses come back in her cheeks. That's my opinion, madame, but it's a good one. Good night to you.
Good night, monsieur.
Good night, Thérèse.
Monsieur, how did you think she was? I'm very worried. Her paralysis seems to get a bit worse every day.
She needs a lot of looking after
Yes, indeed she does.
by more than one person. And I hope that's what I've been arranging. Good night, my dear.
Good night, monsieur.
The shop bell. Go and see who it is, Thérèse, would you?
Is she upstairs?
Yes,
Have you finished lunch?
just.
Good. Dear Madame, for you.
For me? What are you doing bringing me flowers?
Or rather, for... I beg you to accept them in the memory of my friend.
Camille. You remember Camille?
It is the anniversary of his death.
Oh, Camille. My son.
He was my best friend.
Ah, good evening, dear madame, on the arm of your servitor.
Good evening, Michaud. Good evening, Vidal. I hope I find you well.
Fit as 2 old fiddles, I think we can say.
I think we can.
And how are you, madame?
Not so young as I used to be,
We none of us are that.
but quite well considering, thank you.
And your niece? She still looks poorly.
I'm still worried about her.
That is the man she ought to marry.
You think so?
He'd look after you devotedly.
Devotedly.
He'd be a second son to you.
The second son.
You lot go on. I'll just have a word with this young man.
You're going to ask him how to play dominoes, are you?
Go on, Grivet.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to sound you out, Laurent.
What about?
About a rather delicate matter. On behalf of some dear friends of ours.
Well, go ahead. Sound me.
What do you think of Thérèse?
Thérèse? Why?
I have a reason for asking.
Well, how can I put it? She's the widow of my best friend.
Yes?
I love her. Like a sister, I suppose.
Could you, love her as something more than a sister?
I've no idea. What do you mean?
And to put it frankly and plainly, could you love her as a wife?
As a wife? I've never thought of that.
Thérèse, what do you think of Laurent?
Laurent? Why?
Never mind why. What do you think of him?
He's a good friend.
Yes.
He's a very good friend, that's all.
Do you love him? No, that's not the right question. Could you love him?
Could I?
Yes.
Well, as a brother, and as Camille's best friend.
Ah, Camille. Yes, but as anything more than a brother?
What do you mean?
Good day, madame. Good day, Thérèse. How are you, Michaud?
She accepts.
Dear mother, if making Thérèse happy is a way of making you happy, then that is what I shall do. Thérèse, do you want to help me make our mother happy?
Yes.
When Camille was drowning, he called out, "Look after Thérèse. I entrust her to you. I think of it as a sacred duty, a vow I made to my friend."
Kiss her then. Kiss her.
Do you, Laurent, take this woman, Thérèse, to be your lawful wedded wife?
I do.
Ego conjungo vos in matrimonium in nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
Come along, Michaud. Hey, this'll improve your dominoes. What? Come on, another toast, eh? Whoops! To give the bridegroom strength.
I'll give you one. To their children, and may they have many of them.
To their children. Come on, Olivia, you're not drinking.
To their children.
Yeah. Oh.
She's waiting for you.
Go on then, Laurent.
Come on.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Oh.
And good luck to you.
To their children.
Thérèse. Do you remember I had a dream? I wanted to spend the whole night with you. Go to sleep in your arms, wake up in your arms. Now it's going to come true. Nothing stands in our way any longer, nothing at all. We've done it. We've really done it. Camille.
Did you see him in the morgue? Yes. What did he look like? Did he look as if he'd suffered?
There. Kiss me. There.
What is it?
That.
I don't know that scar. What is it?
Kiss it. Kiss it. When we were in the boat, and I was throwing him overboard, he bit me. There. Kiss it.
Oh,
Kiss it.
oh no, it's still bleeding.
Kiss it better. I hope your kisses would make it disappear. But it's no good if you don't.
What is it?
There, Camille. Oh, yes.
My aunt was going to move it into her room. She must have forgotten to take it.
You mean it's been there ever since?
I can see it in that dark corner.
Well, take it down.
No, I can't.
Oh, take it down. No. Turn its face to the wall.
No, please.
Why not?
I'm afraid to touch it. Please don't.
No. I'm frightened too. Your aunt can move it tomorrow. Yes. Well, let's get to bed.
Yes.
After all, this is our wedding night.
Yes.
What's that noise?
What noise?
It's coming from behind that door.